Hey everybody, it's John here again, and I'm just going to do the box on this thing real quick because it's huge and takes up the entire space of my little review area. I'm excited to get this thing. It's the Transformers Commemorative Series 2 Powermaster Optimus Prime. As a kid, I'd had none of these things. I don't know, after the movie, I don't think I really was into it anymore. I don't know if it was because of the movie, but I just didn't collect these things. Plus, I was getting a little bit older at that point in time, and was moving away from toys and getting more into drawing and painting. And video games, the Nintendo probably had a lot to do with that, but I've never touched one of these. Yeah, I know it's a reissue, but it's pretty close to the same thing. Plus, it comes with the Japanese exclusive armor pieces. It's a pretty cool throwback box. You got this little window here that opens up and shows you a little Power Master and Optimus's head. And it's a pretty cool set. And I think they're still available at Big Bad Toy Store right now, if I looked. Not that they, you know, add to any endorsements or anything. I'm sure they get enough, but you can pick them up from there. I grabbed this one for a little bit cheaper off of eBay. You have to attach the little Powermaster Ginrai figure to Powermaster Optimus Prime semi-trailer and robot to unlock conversion features, which is kind of cool. It's like he needs the power of this guy to be able to transform. And of course, this was, I think, the rebirth of Optimus Prime. He was killed off early on in he was killed off at the end of the season 2 and the movie to make room for new Autobots, which ended up being a bad idea for them. And we have Optimus Prime comes in this set. Optimus Prime is strong, wise, and compassionate leader of the Autobots, dedicated to protecting all life. He fights unceasingly to defeat the Decepticons, firmly believes in the ultimate righteousness of his mission, so he will willingly sacrifice himself to save the lives of others, carries a blaster rifle as well as the Autobot matrix of leadership, and honor bestowed millions of years before his journey to Earth. A seasoned veteran, a scholar, Optimus Prime is respected throughout the universe as a champion of peace. So he's your ultimate good guy. And then you also have the Apex Bomber, which was the exclusive that came with this in Japan. He unites with Optimus Prime to create Powermaster Optimus Prime Apex Armor. The enhanced armor provides superior weapon blast deflection in battle. When not united with the Autobot commander, he acts as a non-cognitive drone and responds to the orders of Optimus Prime. Can be commanded by Optimus Prime to perform combat functions armed with a super rifle and a particle beam cannon. So he is not a self-thinking robot. And then they talk a little bit about the full Power Master up at the top. He's gentle, intellectual, and quite the commander until the Decepticons attack. Then he becomes a fierce warrior whose bravery is second to none, well-versed in various Cybertronian martial arts, willing to stand fast as the ultimate defender against destruction and invasion, extremely dexterous in battle, brandishes a super rifle and particle beam cannon. Apex armor is formed by combining binary bonded Optimus Prime with his trailer and armored roller drone. So everything combines, it all transforms, and it should be pretty cool. Sorry how dark it is here, but I'm trying not to get a lot of glare. I'll have to see if I can fix that later on. You got the full trailer and convoy there, and you can change Optimus, and you end up getting this super gigantic robot guy. Hopefully he fits in here. I have no idea how large he's going to be, and on this side it shows you what else comes in the set, which is Optimus Prime, or Rodimus Major, Optimus Prime, Ultra Magnus, and the original Starscream. So these are kind of cool, and I'm glad I was able to grab this, and I'm glad I'm going to get to finally see what this figure's like. So I'll get it outside of the box, and we'll take a closer look. Okay, here we have our pieces out of the box. I'm glad I cut that out because it took forever, about 40 minutes of untying and pulling the stuff out and putting the stickers on, but it all worked out pretty good. And I hope you can't hear, but I have the air conditioner on because it's actually pretty dang warm here today. And with the lights on, it's a little bit hotter in this area. So, sorry if you can hear it, and if you can't, then don't even worry about it. But here we have our Optimus Prime in his cab form. He can haul his trailer, and you can attach Apex to it as well. There's not a whole lot of room in here, but this little piece will attach to the back of the trailer in here, and then he can haul all three of these components. So far they're pretty cool out of the box. And there's just this little peg here. You can pop that off and roll this to the side. And then you have your Optimus Prime in his truck cab mode. And it looks pretty good. It looks like what we're used to. But then it gets a little weird. So you can't transform him. His pieces are locked in, well, his legs are locked into place anyway, but you know, he can roll his arms out. So you got this little guy here. He does have some mild articulation. He does the splits. He's got a little bit of detail going on there on his face. He's got a little bit of blue. He can ride the guns. You can make him squat across them, and he can sit upon those. But his gimmick, you pop him and his legs up like so, and he becomes this little power motor engine. And you shove him in here. There's a little button that gets pushed, so you just shove him in, and he pushes the button, he locks into place, and then you can pull the legs down. So then you have your legs out. And turn the bottom to get his feet. Now we're used to this being the front of Optimus Prime, as here's my original G1 Optimus Prime. So you can, you know, this is usually, he is a bit taller already, but you can see that this is what we're used to being the front of him, but you have to actually spin him around, pull his little crotch piece out, rotate his arms out, bring them down, and his head lifts up like so. So it's pretty close to your everyday average Prime head. It is attached to this bar in the back though, so you're not going to get really any movement out of it. He is a lot less articulated than the original Optimus. Like, this is all you get for arms. They don't do anything else. The smokestacks are a little small, but you got them there. And that is really all he is. And he hangs out. You can load him up with weapons if you want. You can hold each one of his blasters. You can take these off and stick them in his arms. Or not. Maybe they don't fit in his arms. Well, they fit in the truck mode arms. Let's move you out of here. And push you to the side for a second there, Optimus. Take all these pieces off. And his trailer. Might have to look at this thing. Remember? Oh yeah, they just pop out. Turns into, bring these down like so, and these pop up like this, and this swings down, these swing down. It's pretty cool the way this is designed. Running out of room though. These pop out. And these kind of just do this. And then you have little fortress, a little city you can have. Play with your other little Autobots can go on there. You can have your little dude driving this thing. But that is the fortress mode of the truck. Pretty easy to transform back and forth, and then you just fold them up. You gotta move the arms out of the way, put them back up, stand them back up, and all you do is rotate it this way, Now we're getting into the size here. And bring his arms down. And you can already see what you're looking at. So you take your Optimus and you fold him back up. Now, bring his legs back, put his feet back in place, and then just put him into a nice little square like so. And he slides into this piece. He sits in there like so. I might have to come up a little bit here. He is a tall guy. Sorry about the jostling. Then you have his Power Master's head. There's just a little slot there. You plug him in, pop these hands out, and there you have your power armored Optimus Prime, which he is quite large compared to the original. Almost twice as big. And then you can arm him up with all of the guns that you have laying around. And these fit in. Come on. So now you have a very armored and battle-ready Optimus Prime, who really, the only articulation he has at this point is his arms. But it's more of just a ominous, gigantic, large robot that you got to play around with. And then the Japanese model of this came with this thing, which is an extra attack armored trailer. And it's kind of just a parts former. You pull off all of his little bits, and including the front part, and these, and this. Then you get this pile of stuff. And in here you got some feet. And here you have some feet. So there you got your guy. And then there's this empty little piece of plastic which you can roll up this guy's head and take a little look there at his head. Not really any detailing on it, but there are two little peg holes in the legs. And with a little bit of force you can pop them in. So now we stand in tall. You take your armor bit, because when you turn them around there's not really anything going on in there. So this pops back onto these pegs. Like that. So now he actually kind of has a body. And then these become his arms with these little wings. You attach these guys to those tabs inside. Tap this one into the little thing there. And then they plug into here. And you can put his weapon up on his shoulder. So now you got two big bad robots standing side to side. Apex and your Powermaster Optimus Prime. Which then you can get, oh, this does fire. Just like that. I'm sure the originals had chrome pieces, probably. But this has a bit of chrome on it, so I can't really complain too much. Now I haven't done this part yet, so we're going to take all of his pieces off. And we break this guy back down, which you can do pretty fast. So we got all of our little chunky bits. Now to put him together, I need to take everything off this guy and get all these bits. Okay. take his legs, and these get attached. Do they... Nope, they don't go together. So we got his legs. How do we attach? Looks almost like he just stands on these, but that can't be right, can it? Alright, let's get the sheet. I'm sure I'm overthinking this thing. Insert parts of blasters into holes in the wings. It goes onto there. To change Powermaster Optimus Prime with Apex Armor Robot, separate the robot legs. Attach the bottom's legs to the pegs. Oh, they attach on the inside to here. Possibly, maybe. Well, that makes sense. They gotta go. You gotta go. Hold on, I'm gonna take a closer look. Okay, I figured it out. This opens up. There's this little gap here. And it just sticks like, well, come on. Take the bonus feet, put them on there like so. Wheels go on the inside. There's a little tiny piece that it clips into, like so. Now we have our gigantic legs attached. And now we got to back up because he's so big. He's huge. And then this chest piece goes on. Ooh, sorry about that. And it squeezes into place pretty easily. Doesn't seem to be anything for that to hang on to, but it might hold itself into place. I guess we gotta go even a little bit taller now. Man, he's huge. He takes up the whole entire thing. Which I guess is what makes him what he is. And then you just got to create this arm. Pieces go on here. I think you've got to plug this back in. And this plugs in. Well, I don't think that's supposed to pop up so easily. And then his fists are backwards. There you go. That way he can also hold his crazy weapons. Oop, and these gotta get plugged in somewhere. Where do these go? What do we do with this guy? Does he just hang out? Oh, he pegs into the back. So, this front piece seems to be a little ridiculous. It just kind of holds itself gently in. But then you get your blasters into each hand. This monstrosity. There should be a place for these guys to clip in, right? I mean, they're too small to go here. What am I missing with these? They could plug in here, don't they? Oh, that makes sense. I'm gonna guess these plug in here. Yay, progress! Oh, that's a lot of work. And then these fit down here. And then we got one last weapon that can fit. I don't see a place to plug this in. So what does it just gently sit? Or does it plug into there? I guess you could stick it here, huh? And there is this gigantic monstrosity. From top to bottom, he is gigantic. But you can get a good look at him. And now we're bringing our other little Prime, original G1. You can see he barely comes up to his legs. Man, he's huge. He's cool. He'd be probably a lot of fun to play with. It would take you forever to put him together and break him down. But when you get them all together, you get this gigantic Super Optimus Prime. It all goes back to this guy being wiped out, slaughtered by the toy makers. And then they just brought back when they needed to make some more money. This big giant thing. Pretty crazy. Super gigantic Optimus Prime is buried in this thing. It's pretty funny. I like him though. Hopefully he'll fit on my shelf because he's so dang big. I'm gonna have to see if there's a space for him to sit on. Figuring the feet out took me a second, but when they finally go on, everything fits pretty well. This is kind of strange the way that just holds on, but all in all, he's a cool toy, and I'm glad I was able to pick him up. Well, anyway, thanks for watching, guys. We're getting closer to that 500 mark. Finally, I'm at 460 now subscribers. So thank you all that have been subscribing new. When I hit 500, I said I'd definitely give a quick tour of what my toy room looks like. It's a bit chaotic right now because I'm way behind on items that I want to look at. And that's it. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.